ask questions about previous videos or what life is like in the Philippines. Okay. Hey everyone, JC here. Welcome to the live stream. If you're coming over from TikTok where we just hit 25,000 views on the last food review, welcome to the inner circle. I'm currently in the middle of an extended stay here in the Philippines, and I'm calling this series Respect the Philippines or Leave. We've put out 24 videos on YouTube in just 50 days, and the momentum is pretty real. I actually tried to go live on TikTok today, but they had me wait for a 3-day review window. So I decided to pivot and bring the real conversation here to my 125 YouTube legends. We don't wait for permission. We just create over here. I'm coming to you live off of a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm still dialing in the settings and had a little mishap moving the camera a second ago, but that's kind of the reality of vlogging on the go. Living in the Philippines is a masterclass of adapting, whether it's the heat, the traffic, or the Wi-Fi. You've got to keep moving, and I'm curious what you guys are watching from. Drop the city that you're watching from in the chat. If you're in the Philippines, tell me what I need to eat next. I've been doing these food reviews on TikTok, and the energy has been insane. For those who don't know, my background is actually sales. I've spent the last 5 years learning how to market the basics, and I'm applying all of that to this channel. I do all my own video editing and marketing, and I've actually started taking on clients on Fiverr. If you're a creator struggling to get your travel vlogs or just to make your YouTube videos look more professional, we can vector your audience from TikTok to YouTube like I'm doing right now. Check the link in the description. I'm all about helping other people turn their travel passion into a high quality brand or whatever YouTube channel that you want to start, design, that kind of stuff. My hair is never on board ever. It's always a mess because I wear a motorcycle helmet all the time. So just bear with me on that one. I'm going to be answering your questions for the next few minutes. Ask me anything about staying in the Philippines, the best food I've had so far, or how to set up an Osmo. My goal with this channel is to show you that you can travel the world and build a business at the same time, as long as you lead with respect for local culture. If you haven't seen my long form videos yet, I have 18 of them waiting for you. And I think I have like 6 shorts, something like that. So thanks for being a part of the first 125 subscribers. We are just getting started. Remember, respect the culture or leave in peace, one of the two. Let me see here. We're going to try a retake. I'm redoing this over and over again because I'm trying different scripts. I'm not very good at being live. This is the first time I've ever done live. And usually I can hide behind editing the crap out of these videos on CapCut in order for them to be palatable for you guys to watch all the way through. But for this one, this is the first time I've ever done this. This is actually my third attempt. The other two, I had technical problems and it just was really messy. I also didn't realize that YouTube records the whole thing and then automatically posts it for you. So I had to go back and delete everything, retry, make sure that all of the audio sources, all the video sources were set up properly. I said before, but I'm using an Osmo Pocket 3 as the actual web camera, using a microphone, all that good stuff. So I'm just trying to bring the highest quality content. The YouTube channel itself is actually about travel vlogging, and I came from the United States. Specifically, I resided in Arizona, but I lived in Indiana for the last 6 months that I was there, and then I traveled here on an extended stay. I've been here for about 33 days now, and it has been an awesome ride. I've documented so many different things. Tomorrow's going to be a video about exchanging the motorcycle that we've been renting, and we're going to change it over to a different motorcycle that is definitely higher quality. I encourage you guys to watch that as well. But I'm going to try a different script here. Sorry if I'm not making eye contact, but I do have to read a computer screen. So let's try it again. What is up, everyone? We are live from the heart of the Philippines. I'm JC, and if you're seeing this, you've probably seen my Respect the Philippines or Leave vlogs, or caught my food reviews over on TikTok, where we just hit a massive 25,000 view milestone. We are celebrating 125 subscribers on YouTube today, and honestly, the momentum has been insane for only 50 days into this journey. I'm currently on an extended stay here in Cebu, and while TikTok has me in the live jail for 3 days reviewing my application, I realized I didn't need to wait. I have the best 125 people right here on YouTube. Today, I want to talk about the reality of being an expat in 2026, the truth about the frustration tax, the brownouts, the traffic, and the stockouts. What's crazy is that this morning, my wife, Madi, was actually asleep, but I woke up at probably 5:30 or 6, and the power shut off. I've heard about brownouts here in this country from her several times, also earthquakes and typhoons as well. This place is pretty nuts. But yeah, there was a brownout this morning for probably about 5 minutes, and it immediately woke me up because I sleep next to a fan. I have an air conditioner going all the time, and once that stuff cuts off, it kind of disrupts my sleep a little bit. But let me see here. Let me see. I'm just going to pick right back up from the script and how I managed to edit 24 videos in 50 days while staying sane. I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 right now, and to show you guys some high quality visuals. And even though we had a minor technical glitch earlier where the camera cut out mid-move, we are back and better than ever. For those who are just joining, my background is actually 5 years in sales and online marketing, and I'm using every bit of that knowledge to help other creators through my Fiverr services, which you can find linked below if you would like to. Whether you need your travel vlogs to have a cinematic edge or any YouTube video, really, it doesn't really matter what it is. The cinematic edge that you want to know is how to vector your audience from viral TikTok to long-form YouTube loyalty. I'm building a community here for people who want to travel for a purpose. Let's dive into that respect part of the channel name. I've seen so many people come to these islands and treat it like a playground without realizing that the culture here is a real treasure. My 18 long-form videos go deep into that, but today I want to hear from you. What's the one thing that has surprised you most about the Filipino culture coming from the videos? Drop it in the chat because I'm turning off slow mode so we can actually really get a conversation going. While you guys type that out, I want to address the elephant in the room, the expat struggle. Living here isn't just about the mangoes and the beaches. It's about navigating a system that is fundamentally different from the West, aka America. We're talking about the system is down moments at the bank and the constant noise of the city that never sleeps. But the trade-off for most hospitable people on for the most hospitable people on the earth and a cost of living that allows me to focus on my passion for content creation. If you're a creator watching this, you know the struggle of keeping a consistent schedule. I've dropped 24 videos and 6 shorts in less than 2 months, and it all comes down to marketing the basics. You don't need a massive studio. You don't even need to have a story. I definitely don't have a story. I just had an opportunity to come and be with my wife basically permanently, or semi-permanently until I'm able to get an ARC card or be a legal citizen here when I marry her legally. We're already married before God, but that's why I'm teaching through my Fiverr work, and that is completely legitimate. I did open a Fiverr. Everything is set up and ready to go, but I want to be able to offer the marketing strategy as well as the video editing, thumbnail creation, and just overall strategy to be able to help somebody grow their YouTube channel. I used to go through these lives myself before I was a creator, and in fact, I've watched YouTube since I was probably 12 years old, and I'm 28 now. YouTube has been around for a long time, and I used to watch murder mystery mostly. I'd watch sometimes 8 hours a day just on the background while I was doing chores or laundry or, whatever it was. Now let's pivot back to the 25,000 view TikTok video. It was wild how one 60-second clip can bring so much energy to a brand, but that energy is wasted if you don't have a home like this YouTube channel to bring it to them. I'm seeing some familiar names from TikTok, and shout out to you guys for being on the jump. We are 25 subs away from 150 subscribers. So if you haven't hit the bell yet, now is the time. We're going to do more of these live Q&As, even though they make me extremely uncomfortable. Brand new to it. I will get used to it, I'm sure. And I'm starting to kind of find a flow even throughout this entire live stream right now. It's just, like I said earlier in the video, normally when I make my long form videos or even my shorts, I edit the living crap out of those videos because me personally, I don't particularly think that I'm super interesting by any stretch of the imagination. But with good editing, I can at least edit in a way where people decide to stay on the video for more than 10 minutes, trying to see what else. It's not always glamorous, guys. Sometimes it's just me, a laptop, and fast approaching a deadline for a Fiverr client. But the freedom to do this from Cebu makes every technical glitch worth it. We're going to spend the final part of this stream answering specific travel questions, whether it's visa extensions, the best hidden gems in Cebu, or how to start a Fiverr yourself. Nothing is off the table. Remember, the mission here is simple: respect the culture. I'm so grateful for the first 125 people that actually did subscribe to the channel. I put in a lot of work when it comes to editing those videos. For example, I have like a long form video. Most of them are ranging between 15 and about 30 minutes. But within that video, there was probably anywhere from 2 to 6 hours worth of raw footage. And then it takes another 6 to 10 hours to get that edited, background music, jump cuts, making it interesting, basically. And I didn't realize the amount of work that went into making a YouTube channel or the amount that is required when you do edits. And so, yeah, I have a different respect for YouTubers, creating thumbnails, creating video titles that have just enough intrigue where it creates a question in the viewer's head, but it doesn't answer it completely. And then they have to watch the video to be able to get that satisfaction of knowing what the thumbnail is about or what the title actually means. I'm trying to think of what else. It's very different. But YouTube is something that I actually really enjoy. I have a background in sales, like I just said a few minutes ago. I've been in sales for 5 years, and I've made great money in sales, and I've made horrible money in sales. You just have to get to the right niche and be able to sell the right product. But YouTube is actually something that I don't have to force myself to do. I'm using my Osmo Pocket 3 right now, like I said earlier, but I just grab that. I go and document my life. I just try to find the most interesting things. And usually before I start a video, I have some kind of a mission or goal before I start the video. So if you guys actually check out my TikTok, that is going to be in the description. It's just my first and last name, just like YouTube. But all of those videos are centered around food reviews and snacks like chips and candies and things like that are from this country. But the YouTube itself is supposed to be a more significant investment, and it definitely takes a lot more time. And my goal is to get to 1 million subscribers one day. I know that that's not crazy because I do put in the work, and I feel that right now my life is actually worth viewing, which is really cool. I came from Indiana. If you guys actually go to my channel and look at the very first video that I ever posted, it's not edited. There's no thumbnail that I actually put effort into because it was my first video. I was barely starting and I was learning as I was going. But you can see the transition from that first video all the way up to my 18th video that I just posted yesterday. And I'm very proud of myself for being able to learn a new skill set, learn video editing software at a very rapid rate, and then be able to post a lot of content that has gone somewhat viral. Even my shorts on YouTube, I think the first or third short that I posted, it got like 2,500 views, which was very new to me. Most of the most views that I got on a long form video was, I think, 570 or 600 views or something like that. And we've been getting momentum in terms of subscribers. I'm sitting at 125 subscribers right now, but let me see here. There has not been an explosion just yet. If anything, for subscriber count, it's been over the past 24 hours. I think I've gotten 24 or 25 subscribers in the past 24 hours, which for a very small channel that has started early January and posting 18 long form videos, I think that's pretty good. And I've been asking ChatGPT as well as Google Gemini, take a look at my metrics. What do you think? And it says that the channel is performing in the upper 5th percentile. One thing that I would recommend is that if you do want to do YouTube, there are a couple of things that you should know about it before you make the commitment of starting a YouTube channel. One is going to be that when you start your channel, you need to realize that YouTube is trying to see if you are worth anything to broadcast to other people. What I learned in the beginning is that 98% of creators fail within the first 3 videos. And it's not because of any particular reason. A couple of things that pop into mind is that they don't keep posting. Usually they quit by the 3rd video, which is unfortunate. So that's one thing I learned about successful YouTubers. 98% quit within the first 3 videos because they think they're going to drop some kind of homemade video off of an iPhone with no editing, and then it's going to go viral somehow. And that's just not how YouTube treats you. YouTube basically vets you, and they want to see, do you actually take this seriously? Do you treat this like a 9-to-5 job? And so for the people that are actually willing to put in the effort, stick with it long term, and give a consistent posting schedule, these are all things that YouTube is looking for. Because at the end of the day, YouTube wants to push quality content. They don't want to push some kind of bummy content that nobody puts any effort into. It looks like it was shot on a potato. And basically, YouTube wants to give their viewers the best experience possible. If you think about why YouTube would want to give their viewers the best experience possible with good quality videos from their creators, is that YouTube is trying to push advertising. A lot of people have to watch those ads. A lot of people do watch the ads, and YouTube wants to ensure that you are going to watch as many ads as possible. And so in order for that to happen, you have to post quality content in order for your viewers to care enough to watch the ad, continue, and then continue watching your video on top of that. So yeah, it's absolutely nuts. I'm gonna come up with another script really quick, and I'll start to read off of it. If I get ideas from it, then I'll keep on going. But I encourage anybody to drop a comment, ask questions about anything that you would like for the entire channel. Again, it's a YouTube vlog channel for the Philippines. I'm gonna write, give me some topics to talk about. I'll be honest, there's like 5 or 6 viewers right now. I appreciate you guys. I haven't I haven't done live before, so I don't really know what kind of performance I was expecting. Not from you guys. I don't expect anything from you guys, but I didn't know if I'd get 0 viewers for 1 hour straight or if I would get 1,000 viewers over the course of 5 minutes. I didn't really know. So it's like the first time that I've ever done it before. But I'll talk about some general topics that relate to live or having an extended stay in the Philippines. There is a term called the frustration tax. And what that means is that there's a few different things that happens when you come to this country, especially if you live in America and you're used to living in America, born and raised, just like I was. One is Filipino time. So people from this country do not operate the same way that they do in America in terms of time expectancy. Where I come from in America, if you tell somebody you're going to be somewhere at a certain time, you better be there. And furthermore, if you see a business that's posted on Google or something of that nature, like Freddy's Diner, for example, and it says that it opens at 6 a.m., you can show up at 6:15 a.m. and you can expect that they are going to be open. It's not like that here. It doesn't matter. For example, I've gone to several different businesses that are rated 4.8 stars. It shows they're open, and you go to that business and then they're not open whatsoever. So it's like even Google Maps with a great rating system is very unreliable when it comes to dependability in this country. And so I always take everything that I see online in terms of traveling with a grain of salt until I experience it myself. I even had a doctor's appointment that was scheduled on Monday at 10 a.m. I got there and nobody showed up. So it's a very, very different. I was super frustrated. I got rescheduled. Everything's fine. But there is also brownouts and there is also very slow internet. The internet here is rough. It's very slow. I'll be editing on CapCut, and to apply like a simple feature while I'm editing my YouTube videos can sometimes take up to 30 minutes to an hour. So I have to sit here and wait just for something to load. So it can be kind of a constant struggle. And if you don't have patience, you can burn out pretty quickly. So I do recommend that if you ever come here to this country, lower your expectations. It's a lot slower here, and that's okay. Let me see here. So like I said before, tomorrow I'm going to be filming the next vlog. And for the idea for the next vlog tomorrow is I've been renting a motorcycle on or in the Philippines for the past month. We paid 18,000 pesos for the monthly, which I'm actually going to share my screen with you guys. see. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So we've been renting a Honda PCX 160, which is a tiny scooter. To give you reference, I am used to riding like a GSX. Like I had 3 2006 GSXR 600s and then a 2008 Honda CBR 1000 double R Repsol edition. I got to this country and then this is what we rented. So a very big change, very, very slow. And I'm going to give you guys the dollar conversion of what we paid for this. All you need to do is just take the amount of pesos that it costs, divide it by 57, and then you have your dollar ratio. So for the month, it was $315 and some change. What's really cool is that I went into, let me see here. I'm going to change the screen share settings. I'm going to choose this one. There we go. Man, this is so confusing. Sorry, guys. This is the first time I've ever live streamed, and I'm still getting used to it. So if I do that, holy crap. Okay, I guess that works. So what we're going to be looking at tomorrow is going to be this. So instead of a Honda PCX, we are looking at a Honda 300L. Now, the thing about this country is that they don't have super fast bikes here. Everything is, let me see. Yeah. Everything in this country is a scooter. Like finding real sports bikes here is a rarity at best. And so because of the crazy terrain that we ride over often, and honestly, all of the rain, the speed bumps, even the street has like a lot of broken spots and potholes and things like that. Going from that scooter to a Honda 300L, I think is a really, really good idea. Again, guys, I'll show you what we've been using. Let me see here. Separate views. Okay, there we go. Going to share the screen again. I hate it when it does that. That's really strange. Let me try again. So this is what we've rented for like the past 32 days. And this is what we're going to be upgrading to tomorrow for the video. I'm very excited for the power difference. This right here, the Honda PCX 160, is extremely slow. I have never ridden a bike that was that slow before. Like I said, I had 600s and a 1000 back in Arizona when I was a younger guy, 21. I'm 28 now, but yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it, guys. Like there's a lot going on, and I wanted to do this live stream for the very first time. I've never done a live stream before, and I appreciate you guys stopping and viewing. I do encourage you guys to take a look at the channel. A lot of those videos are long form, and it is a very deep dive into my actual life, a vlog style. I'm going to go ahead and let me see here. I am going to probably cut the live stream. We've been at this for like 30 minutes now. Philippines, life in the Philippines is awesome sometimes. I agree with you, man. I do have a question. Have you been to the Philippines before? With the handle anxiety, I would think that you'd probably not want to travel to the Philippines. Oh, you live in the Philippines. That's awesome. Yeah. If you actually check out my shorts, all of my shorts are about reviewing Filipino snacks. And it's like chips, it's cookies, it's all kinds of crazy stuff. I made a mistake. Like there was one snack that I had done, which was McVitie's digestives. And I thought that was a Filipino snack, but it's not. It's multinational. Like it's in several different countries. And I got flamed in the comments for TikTok and YouTube. But yeah, I appreciate you replying, man. That's really cool. Trying to think of what else, guys. Do you have any questions? Like, you live in the Philippines. Do you have any questions about Americans? I'd be more than happy to tell you about it. We have 3 viewers right now. And honestly, I think the max that we had was like 7 at one point. I'm totally fine with that. I didn't really know where the live stream was going to go this time around. Aliens as in people from different countries, or aliens from outer space? I'll tell you this. I'm going to pretend like you were talking about outer space in terms of in the sky. Area 51. Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about. So here's the crazy part about Area 51 is that, how you doing, Ronald? Are you a subscriber? I feel like that seems like a very familiar name. I'm not sure if that's a subscriber or not, but I know you're joking when you say raid Area 51, but I will talk about one thing. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. There was a presidential speech, and I don't know if it was by Biden or if it was by somebody in his cabinet. I'm not sure, but he talked about how basically Area 51 is a real thing, and that they actually have documents of aliens and all that other stuff, which is kind of nuts. So what was crazy is that when they dropped all of that information, nobody in America freaked out. Nobody really did anything. Everybody kind of knew. Everybody knew that there was something like that, and that's what they were hiding. But yeah, nobody freaked out about it. It's pretty crazy. I appreciate it, anxiety. I'll keep the FBI on my mind. Thank you. Yeah, Ronald, I really appreciate the subscription. One of my goals with the live stream was actually to gain at least 1 subscriber from it. I'm using a lot of different ways to be able to try to earn subscribers, obviously posting regular videos, posting shorts. I have a TikTok as well where I do food reviews. I'll be honest, my YouTube shorts and my TikTok are the exact same videos, but they're just 2 different avenues to bring people to YouTube. I know that YouTube is going to be a full-time job for me at some point, and I'm trying to get to that point as quickly as possible. I'm trying to see what else. The channel style is vlogged, so everything. Sorry, I have a lot going on in the chat. Everything that I do for a long form video is a vlog style. So originally this started with me living in Indiana in America. I lived in a tiny town called Howe. I had only lived there for about 6 months. And then prior to that, I lived in Arizona my entire life. I met my wife, Madi, about 8 months ago, which is crazy to think about. 6 or 8 months ago, something like that. and we began the journey of getting to know each other. After we had spoke for some time, I decided to come and visit her, and that was about 3 months ago at this point. I came here for 10 days and I absolutely fell in love with the country. I think that the people here are fantastic. The country is beautiful. The food is very interesting. And there's a sense of freedom in this country that is unrivaled by America, honestly, the land of the free. And I think it's just because there's a lot less police presence here. You're not constantly, I guess, looking over your back when you're in traffic or things like that. Um, in a small island called Jiao, the same way you say the place you live in the U.S. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, and I lived in Indiana, like I said, for 6 months. I worked for a company, and the company didn't do so well. I had been blessed and fortunate enough to be able to accrue a lot of savings, and I decided to utilize that to come over here on an extended stay in order to be with my wife. And so me and her have been together physically now. It was 10 days, 2.5 months ago, and it's been 33 days since I've been here. I plan to be here at least 6 months to a year, but the biggest hurdle or strategy or difficulty that I've been going through lately is earning income. I do have the savings to live off of, but I would prefer to not burn it. And so I sell cabinets actually back in Arizona on Facebook Marketplace, and then I also have YouTube that I'm working at full time, um, and I also have a Fiverr where I help other YouTubers create content, edit, do thumbnails, all that other stuff. And yeah, right now where I stay in the Philippines is Cebu, and I'm sure you know where that is, CEBU, and I live in a studio. I'm trying to think. It's a very nice place, and I was surprised also by the living expenses here. We pay 26,000 pesos a month to be here. We are on the 13th floor. We're on the 13th floor, sorry. And it's a really nice place. Yeah, and I'm trying to see here. Are you a native here? Do you actually stay and live here, or are you here from a different country? And I'm talking to you, Ronald. Do you like live here full time, or do you come from a different country? I see that we have 7 viewers here. Feel free to drop a comment of any kind. However, if it is spam or if it's something that's not very helpful or rude, I am going to remove it, just letting you guys know. You live here? Okay. And you work in Bahal. What do you do for work? I'm very curious. Holy crap. We've been at this for 40 minutes. The view count keeps going up, but I don't think I'm doing anything that's particularly interesting. I can here's what I'll do. I'll go back into um kind of how I started this and where I come from and all that other stuff. Is that true, Ronald? Do you actually grow seaweed? That's nuts. I would have never thought that, like, no disrespect or anything, but I would have never thought of that as a career title. That's really cool though. It sounds like you went to college and that you're utilizing your degree. I think that's awesome. On the other end of the spectrum here, I didn't even graduate high school, so good on you. Nice job. I'm gonna ask for some guidance really quick. in commercial quantity. So I have a question. So if I go down to like 7-Eleven and I get seaweed chips, are you involved with companies like that? Or when you're involved on a commercial level, what do you mean by that? Like, you mass produce? It sounds like it's for food. I don't know if seaweed is for anything else, like medical or anything like that. Holy cow. We've been at it for, 42 minutes. I gotta say, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in a few hours. I'm probably gonna hop off soon, but I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a solid place to let it go. But I appreciate your guys' time. If you enjoy this, subscribe, maybe leave a comment in one of my videos and ask for another live stream. I'm more than happy to answer questions, especially from an American perspective, like how it's different here in Cebu or how the thought processes change. Interesting. Well, Ronald, you're the star of the show today. I appreciate you and all of your comments and everything like that. Um, I'm going to hop off now, but yeah, leave some comments. Also, in this video description for the live, I left my personal Facebook. Feel free to send me a friend request and I will definitely accept. And yeah, remember everybody, God loves you. I'll talk to you later.